Okay, so we should be back now. So I ran out of memory. Hopefully we'll edit that out. But anyway, so I like legit have crossed that out to where now I'm at dinner. So I haven't ate a single veggie yet because like I said, I'm always going to have some of that in breakfast. I'm just waiting to see how much depending on what I have. All this craziness means I have 1 protein serving yet left, which means obviously I'm going to have a meat for dinner. I have 2 yellows, which those are like liquid gold. I got no blues, which is just fat, aka cheese, buttermilk. I have no healthy fats, and I have 3 spoons. So that's what I got left to work with. So let's make it easier to look at. Normally I don't do this. This is just kind of for y'all's benefit since I'm not even trying to color code this. And like I said, I could organize this and make like a sweet, pretty like presentation video. I'm just trying to like literally show y'all how easy this can be. I feel like sometimes like as coaches we try to like make things so pretty and make them easy, but that in the process of making them easy you see all this technical stuff and see like, you know, oh, I made this slideshow and blah blah blah, and it makes other people be like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that because I'm not that tech savvy. So like this is just kind of my way of showing you that like it doesn't have to be like that. It can be super simple. So anyway, I'm down to dinner. I have 4 greens left because I hate veggies. I have 1 protein left, which is a red. I have 2 yellows left, which are like my liquid gold. I got no blues, I got no oranges, I got no purples, and I got 3 spoons. And your spoons are going to be things like your nut butters, almond butters, peanut butter. It's going to be your olive oil, which extra virgin olive oil. It's going to be your sunflower oil. It's going to be coconut oil, things like that. So obviously I'm not putting that in my shake. I don't need it in my eggs. I'm not putting it on, actually, yeah, no, I am putting it on my fish because I'm doing like a half a teaspoon on each side. So I did count 1 spoon with that. That's why I'm at 4 or 3 instead of 4. I don't need it with my peanuts for my afternoon snack or my cheese. So like I said, I do like 2 string cheeses and I have chopped them up. They do fit in a blue. And then I do an orange of peanuts. And so I've got dinner now. And like I said, just to make it simpler, this is what I have left, right? 4 green, 1 red, 2 yellow, 3 spoons. So, dinner. Right now in my house, and we're about to like go completely transparent, so I'm flipping you around. I say I'm flipping you around. Oh, all I'm doing is taking pictures. Okay, I have to pause to flip. Never mind, my phone sucks and it's not letting me flip. Okay, so I have fish right here. Yes, I do frozen, whatever, that's just liquid coming off of it. So you can do like 3 days of fish. 1 is my dinner tonight, and yes, it is almost 10 o'clock and I haven't had dinner. This has just been my life tonight. So I'm gonna do 3 things of fish. That's for my lunch. I need something for dinner. So in my freezer I have this awesome chicken nugget recipe. If you have kids or something like that and you want it, let me know. It's basically like clean eating chicken. It counts as 1 yellow, or 2 pieces of chicken fingers count as 1 yellow and 1 red, but they're really good. I don't know if I want to give my yellows up yet. I also have some frozen chicken that I could do something with. A lot of times I'll take frozen chicken. It'll count for 1 of my reds, 1 of my spoons, and I'll do like a baked chicken with it. And then I will use from the Fixate cookbook, which I keep frozen constantly on hand, the grandma's tomato sauce, because literally y'all, like 3 tablespoons of this counts as 3 veggie servings. Like normally like an entire cup of store-bought like spaghetti sauce doesn't even count as a full veggie serving, and I think counts as like an entire fruit serving. So if you like fruits and stuff, because of the sugar, this is so amazing and homemade. And y'all, I don't cook. Mike is the one that's a cook, not Jesse. I make this in giant batches, and like literally 3, I think it's either 3 tablespoons or 3 teaspoons. I think it's 3 teaspoons. It's considered the serving size, and that counts as 3 cups of veggies. So if I'm doing anything with that, it counts as veggies. So a lot of times I'll do the chicken and I'll bake it, and it'll count like as a red, 1 spoon, and then I'll get like 3 of my veggies. So then I do a cup of spinach into my shake. I also have shrimp. I don't know if I have the patience to do shrimp tonight, but I do know I have chicken fingers. I have 4 greens, a red, 2 yellows. I've got rice with that. Ooh! So what I can do is boil some whole wheat noodles. We have to do separate noodles in this house because Mike refuses to eat whole wheat. And it sounds silly, but I like whole wheat linguine better than spaghetti, and it's still whatever you can fit in the container. So I can boil some whole wheat linguine. I can take some of this chicken, and it's 4 ounces. Like, I'm gonna bake like probably 2 big pieces for right now, and then cut them up in slices and see how many red containers they fit in. But literally all I'm going to do, oh, I need to get that sauce out. All I'm going to do to the chicken is this seasoning that I just made, the all-purpose seasoning, which doesn't count as anything. I'm going to take either olive oil or coconut oil, whichever one I can find, and put a ½ teaspoon on each side of the chicken. And then I'm going to sprinkle each side with as much, honestly, as much as I want to, of the all-purpose seasoning. And there are other seasonings too, that's just the one that I like the most. And I say that like I've tried the other ones. Like I said, I'm picky. I find something I like and I don't like deviate from it. So I call it AP. The AP seasoning is the only one that I've tried, so it's the only one I know I like. But anyway, it cost me 1 red, 1 spoon, and 1 yellow for this entire meal. No. 1 red, 1 spoon, 1 yellow, and 3 greens. I don't like greens, so I'm gonna knock them out. And all I'm gonna do is take this chicken, ½ teaspoon of either extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil on each side, as much all-purpose seasoning from the Fix8 cookbook as I want on each side. Bake it for, I think it's 425. Let me look at the actual recipe. I mean, you know how to bake chicken. But just in case you're like cooking illiterate like I used to be, let me tell you for sure. This says preheat it to 375. Put it in a dish and bake it for 15 to 20 minutes. I still put a thermometer in because time, it can deviate. Temperature does not. Cook it until it's like 170. Pull it out. I chop it up as much as I can fit into a red container. Counts as 1 serving. I take some whole wheat linguine, boil it as much as I can fit into a yellow container, and then I take 3 tablespoons of my sauce, which counts as, for 3 tablespoons, and I'm about to double check this so I don't lie to y'all. 3 tablespoons counts as 3 veggie servings, I'm pretty sure. And basically I have like spaghetti, homemade with whole wheat noodles, and awesome like grandma's tomato sauce with chicken instead of beef, and it is an amazing meal. Serves 12, ½ a cup each. Okay, so it's a ½ a cup, it's not tablespoons. ½ a cup counts as 1 serving, and it as 1 serving, it counts as ½ a spoon. So there you go. I paused for a second because I've got like 20 seconds left with y'all, but yes. So my chicken counts as 1 red, which leaves me with 0, and counts as 1 spoon, which leaves me with 2. My noodles count as 1 yellow, which leaves me with 1. And technically, according to the book, there's 7 days in a week. 3 of those days you can trade out for a yellow for 4 ounces of red wine, and then 3 days you can trade out for a chocolate treat. Jesse don't need no chocolate treat. And even though technically you're not supposed to, I don't want chocolate. Give me all the wines. So I, most of the time, will just have a glass of red wine every night. There are some nights, like last night, that I don't drink at all. There are some nights, like tonight, where my dog gets put to sleep, that I am on glass number 2 of wine. My normal all of this self goes through a 30-pack of beer on her own over a weekend, and has anywhere from 2 to 6 beers a night. So if I can scale myself back to 1 glass of red wine a night, I'm doing good. My promise to myself right now is that during the week, which the week to me counts as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night's a weekend night, Sunday, if it's like a normal week where I'm just like trying to eat right and not necessarily stick to a plan, Sunday's a week. Even though you go to work and school the next day, Sunday's a weekday. Like in my normal life, I would be drinking by like noon. So I'm trying to do good with it right now, but I'm just being honest. I don't want y'all to think that I'm this crazy perfect person. So anyway, my goal is to 5 days a week only have 1 glass of wine a night, and I'm allowing myself 1 cheat to where I have more than 1 glass of wine. I'm not allowed to exceed 2. If I exceed 2, that means no beer on the weekend for Jesse. If I follow my guidelines, then I let myself have a little bit of beer on the weekend. That is my guidelines for myself right now. When I get hardcore into a program, like when I did 21 Day Fix last July, I didn't drink at all. Like, not a single drop. Those, like, taking alcohol out of your diet whatsoever is going to completely give you hardcore results. Life wasn't easy then, but it was a lot more lax than it is now. And I mean, that sounds like a horrible excuse to say that, like, life is crazy and that's why I need to drink. But I choose not to completely remove it right now. That means I got to work harder. That means I'm going to have to do a little bit longer, but that's my choice. You do whatever you need to do. If you're a chocoholic instead of like a wineaholic, then do a little chocolate treat 6 days a week. You just got to do what works for you. But just realize that depending on the actions that you take, those are the results that you're going to get. But the main point of this, now that y'all have been here with me forever, is meal prepping is not hard. It's not rocket science. It's not something that takes forever and has to be super complicated and color-coded with charts and graphs and Excel. It can be easy. So make it easy. Figure out what you like and just go with it. So, have any questions, let me know. I'm here for you. Pickiest girl on the face of the planet. If I can do this, you can do this. Alright, have a good night, guys. Okay, so ran out of room again. So anyway, for dinner, I had leftover 4 greens, which was on purpose so that I knew how much to do in my shake. 1 red, which is 1 protein, 2 yellows, and 3 spoons. So I'm going to bake 1 piece of chicken for each little meal or whatever, 4 ounces. I'm going to put a half of a teaspoon of either olive oil or coconut oil on each side, and then like smother it in my seasoning, which is fine. So that just counts as 1 red for my chicken and 1 spoon. So now I have 2 spoons. I have no reds. I'm going to do some whole wheat linguine as my yellow. So now instead of 2, I have 1. And then I'm going to use my grandma's tomato sauce, which I was wrong. It's actually half of a cup of tomato sauce. Counts as 3 veggie servings. So I'm going to do basically, it's kind of almost like a chick parm, but without cheese. So I've got spaghetti sauce, linguine that's whole wheat, and chicken, and it's going to count as 1 red, 1 spoon, 3 greens, and a yellow. So now I have 2 spoons left, 1 yellow, and 1 green. So basically what that means is I need to get a green in. So I'm going to go back up to my breakfast, just to kind of give y'all a reminder. I'm going to go back to my breakfast, and with my Shakeology, my 1 scoop of Shakeology, I'm also going to do 1 cup of baby spinach, which is going to bring me to my grand total of 4 veggie servings. And that is for somebody who does not eat veggies. I would be glad to give you this tomato sauce recipe, by the way. The only thing that I do that's different than what it calls for is I like completely puree the crap out of it because I'm a texture person. But other than that, I don't eat veggies. Like, you're going to be like, oh, corn's a veg. No, I don't even eat corn. Like, I mean, I can tolerate it, but I don't like it. So that's how picky I am, and I can get in for veggie servings. The same thing with fruit. I don't like bananas, but I can put it in my shake and puree the crap out of it and not even taste it. So now what I have left over is I have breakfast, I have morning snack, I have a good lunch, I have an afternoon snack, I have a big dinner, which that's an actual, like, it's a big dinner. And what I have left over is 2 spoons. Like I said, I'm doing this messy on purpose so that you can see that you don't have to have like fancy graphics or be super organized to make it work. I could make it pretty for y'all and make it to where you can understand it and blah, blah, blah. But I just, like I said, I want to show you that like it's super easy and all you need is a piece of paper and a pen. So I have 2 spoons left over and 1 yellow. So, yellows, they're magic. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. Yellows can be substituted for a million things. If you happen to be doing 21 Day Fix, if you're doing Fix Extreme, whatever, if you're doing a Fix 8 meal plan, even if you just buy the Fix It cookbook, the back of it with desserts is going to tell you the same thing. Let me switch. Huh. Desserts. It's going to do the same thing. It's going to do, okay, here we go. Chocolate chia pudding with strawberries. So if I wanted to have pudding every single night, I don't like fruit, I could do, that's half, so I could just put 1 banana in my shake every day. I could cut my peanuts in half, and I could do this chocolate chia pudding with strawberries instead for all of that. Because it counts as 1 yellow, half purple, half orange, whatever. Chocolate chip cookies count as 1.5 yellows. So right now I only have 1 yellow left over, but maybe I cut in half the amount of rice that I eat for lunch, because I'm like, hey, fat girl right here at heart is gonna want a cookie. So I could eat that every single day. So that's the thing, is it's not about depriving you. It's just about, like, you can still eat the foods that you want to eat. I could still eat mac and cheese every single day if I wanted to. Now that might mean that I like have to eat like a rabbit the rest of the day, but I could still eat if I wanted to, as long as it's clean. That's the whole thing. It's all about portion control and all about eating clean. And that's what, you know, we don't know. That's what we don't understand. You know, like a million years ago, the size of like a soft drink from McDonald's was like this big. And now it's like, for $1, you can get one that's the size of your face. That's what's wrong. Anyway, I got some spoons left over. Normally you want to make sure and get all of your food portions in, because a lot of times if you're not eating enough, that can be an issue too. Because your body's like, ooh, I'm not getting the nutrients that I need, so everything that I consume, I'm going to store as fat. So if you're not eating enough, that's not good either. If you are the type of person that's like looking at all of this and trying to make your meal plan, and you're like, I can't eat all of this in one day, do like I do and put a lot of it in your shake, because it'll be easier to eat it that way. But you need to try to get all of your containers in. Spoons are something that you can miss though. It's okay to miss some spoons. Those are kind of like freebies. Give me, maybe throw a little bit of extra olive oil on whatever you're cooking, whatever. I'm not worried about my spoons. What I am not worried about, but excited about, is my 1 leftover yellow. Because one thing that you can do with yellows, and I think I have like 20 seconds to tell y'all, is, so there's 7 days in a week, 3 days a week according to the books. You can substitute a yellow for a 4-ounce glass of red wine, not white, red. You can also 3 days a week substitute a yellow for a Fix Approved treat that is in your book. Jessie doesn't need treats or chocolate. Jessie trades every day for a 4-ounce glass of wine. Is that